It's Jeffrey from Old American Iron, and those of you who have been following already know that I'm in Australia down by Steve at Steve's Place Down Under, and I'm having quite an adventure. A couple of days ago, Steve and I went down to I'm gonna call him a mutual friend that I know him, Dave of Old Rigs Down Under, and started up a white farm tractor. But now we're back at Steve's, and we're gonna try and get this white Superpower, it's called.
Yes.
Going. And like I say, I'm mostly going to just introduce the projects we're going to work on here, and you'll be able to follow the progress of how they go trying to start them on Steve's Place down. So with that, we'll get underway, I guess. Well, this is going to be our next try, is this HD5 371. Steve's never had it running. And I'm not going to tell you how the Perkins turned out. You have to watch Steve's, wait for Steve's video on that. So now we're moving on to this one. He's never had it running, never seen it run, have you?
Never seen it run, mate, no.
So we're going to see how that turns out.
I've had it for 6 years, and the bloke I bought it off had to dig it out of under a heap of stuff too, so.
It's another one of those. It could be 10 years or it could be 30 years or 40 years since it ran. You just never know.
It'd be at least 10, yeah. Because I don't even think he had it running. He bought it to make the setup. And
so we're going to start getting this one ready, see if it'll fire up.
Oh, she's all the way off, yeah.
No, she's still tight.
It's all about going straight now.
Wait in one spot.
There now, I think, mate. I think it'll come far once it's off them studs. It's hitting that nut there.
Where's that big crab bar?
It's hitting that nut at the back for that throttle control.
Oh, all right.
See if I can pull it this way.
I couldn't move it. It's just rolling.
Oh, there it
There it goes. Lucky that engine mount's ready.
Yeah. Let's see. I want to see inside. It might just be rust on the cylinder walls.
Probably is.
Here it is. Well, maybe not. That don't seem like enough.
That's why she's got a gasket sitting there.
Well, here's the 48 Ford, I guess it is, or 46. The day I got here, I pulled the head off, see why it wouldn't turn all the way around. And it was rust in the cylinders. And they made the decision to just tear it all the way apart. Pull the front clip off first, make it easier to get the engine out. And now we're just kind of relaxing here. We're going to try getting the battery box off so I can get at the steering box bolts and other stuff easier. The battery box has got to come out of the way, and you can see there'll be nothing to that with those rusty bolts. Well, we got the battery box off. Now comes the half hour of consultation trying to figure out which out to do first. Take the steering box off. The idea is possibly lift the cab off with the steering box with it. But we're thinking we might have to lift the engine to the side a little bit so there's enough clearance to get it through there. It's called the drag link came off the steering arm. So next step is unbolt the steering box from the frame so when the cab is unbolted, the steering column can come up with the cab. And bouncing back and forth between the 46 Ford here and Steve trying to get his blanky blank forklift running. Back to the Ford, all the steering box bolts are out. And some wires to disconnect, speedometer cable, ground cable to the engine, cab mount bolts, and the cab should be ready to lift off. So I don't know if we're going to do anything more yet this evening or not, other than enjoy some sandwiches. So maybe we'll see you a little bit later tonight, maybe it'll be tomorrow. Just a little look to see what we got done. But you're going to have to follow this on Steve's channel to watch the progress on it. So this is probably about it for me. This is probably about it for me videoing here in Australia. So I'll probably see you on my way home.
And here I'm going to leave you with some views of the harbor at Sydney, seeing the Harbor Bridge and Opera House. And this is my last day in Australia.
First, then help others. If you need an infant child life jacket, they will be handed out to you by ferry crewmen. Follow ferry crewmen's instructions in case of emergency evacuation. We want to make your journey a safe one, so hold on to the ladder.
Good morning, Jeffrey here. Previous video was of yesterday at the harbor in Sydney, Australia. You saw the Harbor Bridge, the Opera House, the harbor. We spent the day there yesterday, very nice day, and now this will be my last views of Australia. I'm waiting at the airport for my flight to LA. You see the Qantas jets there with the kangaroo on the back. It's kind of, I'll be happy to be home. So it's always great getting away, but it's always great getting back home again. So I got a long flight ahead of me. So next you see me will probably be at the airport in LA.